Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video we have an Elder Scrolls Call to Arms battle report for you, and today we're going to be doing a Delve mode scenario called Lair of the Beast, and I'm going to be running Delphine the Blades, trying to complete it. We're going to check out Delphine, see what she can do. She looks like a pretty good fighter and also has some nice sneak abilities as well, along with some restoration and speechcraft in there as well for good measure. So let's check out how she can do in the scenario. We'll go check out her loadout and get straight into the game. Alright, and so here we have Delphine ready to fight. So we've got her equipped with Blades armor, 2 Blade swords. She's then got a longbow as well, because she does have quite a few nice little abilities here. First of all, she's got, archery, lockpicking, sneak on top of one-handed and block. But she's also got restoring and speechcraft as well. So for that restoration, we've gone with healing as a spell for her. This puts her about 112, I think. Now we've got roughly the right amount of Draugr to defeat. First of all, this is going to be the Beast, the Draugr Overlord. Then we've got 3 Draugr with greatswords and 3 skeletons. The Bleakfall Barrow Delve set Draugr there. Onto the table, the enemies. We've got our treasure tokens marked down on the table. As you can see, there's an enemy in play on each one at the beginning. And then at the back of the table, we have the puzzle objective as well. Delphine is going to come and she's going to start down in this little corner here. And we're going to make the first turn. We're going to get our oaths and our quest sorted first. We're going to go with the only oath we're going to take is going to be Thief in the Dark, where I'll gain a treasure token whilst hidden. I think we might be able to do that with Delphine. Time to draw our quest, and what have we got? We have few and far between, at least 3 treasure and or objective tokens in play. Each time your model searches a treasure token or controls an objective, they can take an intelligence test to search for ingredients. Same token may not be searched in this way. Pass 3 of these tests and you successfully succeed. Cool. Before we get into today's video, we'd like to give a special thanks to our channel sponsors. First of all, to Mithras Games, who provides us with all our amazing game mats for the channel. Terrainheim, who provides us with MDF terrain and the amazing trackers you see in games like Warhammer Age of Sigmar on the channel. The Dice Guy for supplying us with amazing dice, and Monty's Tabletop Terrain for supplying us with fantastic 3D printed terrain at an affordable price. Thank you all for your support on the channel. If you'd like to go and have a look at any of these companies, we'll leave links to all 4 of them down in the description of the video. And so before we begin the game, we've also got a roll for the dungeon special rules, where we have darkness or no additional special rules. So no additional special rules. Cool, because I did not bring a torch. Alright, so first turn for Delphine. We're just going to start this one, but first of all, we're just going to move up here, and then we're going to hide with Delphine. So we're going to find our hide token and let her just hide around for our first turn. There's one of them. Hide token. No enemy has clear line of sight of her from there. So that'll be her 2 actions for the turn. So now we go into our event for turn 1. So the event. Alright, so our event for the round. We draw. We have got Blessing of Talos. We roll red dice and distribute that many thumb points. Unfortunately, we've got no one with them, but Talos be with the blades. So we'll go into enemy activations. Alright, so which enemies are going to activate? We'll roll on a dice. So 8, so that will be this one here is going to activate. What does the model decide to do? The skeleton will move there. And our second activation for what have we got? 6. So that will be that one. So what is that skeleton actually going to do? It's going to move as well. We do spawn an additional adversary as well. So it will be regardless of one of the Draugr. So 1 to 5 comes on that side. 6 to 10 comes on that side. 6. Alright, so we have brought on the Draugr up there. Now onto Delphine's turn. She's going to sneak. So we'll move her, and then she's going to take a shot at that skeleton. Alright, so Delphine is going to shoot her longbow. So because she is in short range, that means it's red. She's sneaking, so she gets a yellow, and then we're going to aim as well for a point of stamina. So let's see if she can hit. She needs a 4 or less on archery. 7, that will not. What does the skull give us? Alright, so we need to roll a 2 on the green. The skull gives us -3. That will hit now for 4 points of damage. The skeleton cannot possibly block all of those. With yellow, blocks 1 and is taken out. And so that will give us our first victory point for the game. So Delphine gets herself a victory point. So we need, at this points value that we're playing, we need 9 victory points by either slaying enemies, killing the enemy master is worth lots as well, or completing our quest. We need 9 before we can attempt to solve the puzzle chest. And so over to our event. What is our event going to be for the turn? We have hostile environment, adversaries in play. Something's got the creatures riled up. Choose one adversary model within 8 inches of one of your models. If there is one, that model activates even if it's already activated. Thankfully, there's not, because if we didn't kill that skeleton, it would have activated back at us. This does bring another enemy into play. So on a 1 to 5, it's Draugr. 6+, it's a skeleton. It's a skeleton again, and then 1 to 5, 6+ over there. So it's actually going to come in over here. And now we're going to get activations. So can't be that skeleton, but it can be any of the 4 that were already on the table. So 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be this. We'll see what that skeleton does. It's going to move. Now, because that skeleton can see, it's going to make an intelligence attribute, and either 1 or a crit to be able to see Delphine because it has line of sight. Critical fail, it cannot see Delphine at all. So which other adversary is going to activate? 5, re-rolling. 9, re-rolling, so we don't have a 10, and 4, so it'll be the Draugr. What is the Draugr going to do apart from might? The Draugr now has line of sight to Delphine, so it's going to try and see her. It does not with a 10. Delphine is really good at hiding, apparently. So that will be the end of the adversary's activations. So Delphine is still hiding. She sneaks up, and we're going to take a shot at long range this time with the skeleton, which changes our red to a yellow dice. That'll be 6 minus 3. That will be 3 points of damage. The skeleton rolls a yellow and ignores 1, but can't ignore 3, so is removed as well, gaining us another gold coin. And so, event for this round, evasive maneuvers. You may choose one of your models engaged with an enemy. That model immediately moves to 3 inch. If there is no eligible model, draw another card. So we draw another one instead. Divine Inspiration. Choose one of your models. So Delphine, that model may reroll a new number of dice from its next skill or attribute test. Nice. But 2 adversaries do spawn. So that means both. So the skeleton will come on 1 to 5, 6+ over there. Skeleton's coming on over here. And the Draugr is coming in over here as well. So you have all the enemy adversaries on the table now. Ooh. And so we'll see which adversary activates. So we've got 4 to choose from. 8, so that will be that Draugr up there. Let's see what the Draugr does. Cross swords. So that Draugr moves to there. And which other adversary will activate? Re-rolling. Rolling, we've done that before. 3, so 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3. So it'll be this one on the path of shadow. So that is the enemy's turn complete. Well, the enemy activation, so back to Delphine. So we're going to go another move with her. So take another longbow shot at the Draugr up here. Can we hit? We do. That's going to give us another green. So we do only hit for a point of damage though. Ooh. So what can the Draugr do for defense? It doesn't save it, so we'll go kaput. So that's the end of the activation. So on to the next event. Blessings of Arcade. We can distribute health. We don't have any wounded models, and 1 model comes back. So where is the Draugr coming back on? 6. It'll come on up here. So 2 enemy activations. We'll see what we get on the table. 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll be this skeleton archer here that activates. What is it going to do? And so our second adversary to activate for the round. Re-rolling. 7. So that'll be this one here. And so let's see what it's going to do. It's just going to move. Going into Delphine's turn. So we are going to sneak and then we're going to look at the treasure. Cool. Alrighty, so that is lockpicking. So 2 or 2, doesn't matter which one. So can we search it? Critical fail. That means that's a trap. Oh dear. So trap time. Explosive gas trap. Apply the following damage to the target. So 2 yellow. Oh, and so Delphine's got to test against that. We do get a black dice in defense, which we ignore both points from the trap. That was a crit fail. We can search for ingredients, I think. So we can take an intelligence test looking for ingredients. 6 will not succeed either. So that will be Delphine's turn. And because we triggered a trap, we lose our sneaking token, our hidden token. So we go into the event for the round. We have Lure of Hermaeus Mora. We choose one hero. That model gains +2 wisdom and intelligence, but -1 strength until the next activation. That could be cool at helping us unlock that. Nope, that's actually going to hinder us. It means we can't use the strength test. So we then spawn 2 adversaries back. We have no adversaries to spawn in the spawn pool though. They're all on the table. So we roll to see which ones are going to activate. 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be the Draugr. What's he going to do? 2, then he's going to move. It'll move and throw up its 2-handed block, and then we see which other one is going to activate. 7, so it'll be this Draugr. He's going to move 9 as well and throw up a 2-handed block. Alright, so our turn. Delphine is going to take a shot at this Draugr here, the closest one. So we just get red and green aiming our shots. We're not sneaking anymore. That will be a hit for a point of damage. The Oblivion symbol does nothing for us, so the Draugr will then save both points of damage. It'll then activate on us. After Delphine's done her next activation, which will be swapping her bow out for her swords. So the Draugr activates near her, or what is it going to do? Path of Might. It's going to move, so it'll move in combat, and it will now make an attack. Alright, so it's going to make a power attack into Delphine. Critical fails on that, regardless. So that's good, but the other Draugr will also activate. What's he going to do? Move as well, so we'll move into Delphine as well. And then we'll make the same attack into her. So that one crits us instead. Oh dear. So it rolls a black dice in addition, so does 4 points of damage. So Delphine takes 4 points of damage. Black dice in defense, we just stop 3, so we take a wound. And so that'll actually be both our activations for the turn. We've still got to draw the event card though and see what happens. And so the adversary rules in play. Choose a point in the gaming area within 6 inches of one of your models. The adversary spawned from that point in this turn. However, there's no adversaries to spawn. So the adversary rules are in place, so we don't discard it. We can't get any, another one would come into play, but we can't. So that is that for the turn. Delphine's got to go, and we've got to kill some Draugr. So Delphine is going to go for a dual wielding strike. She's going to aim her first one. First of all, green, red, yellow is what we get for the blade sword. We're then power striking for a yellow, and then also a green dice in because Delphine has bladesman. She gets always a green dice whenever she's fighting with a sword. So what do we get? Critical fail, of course. Wow. Good job, Delphine. Yeah, that's not good. Second activation. And so that is going to be Delphine. It's not worth letting them get 3 strikes in us, so they're just going to hit us back. So the first Draugr is going to be green-black, and is going to power attack Delphine. So the first one, 7 -2, 5. That will not hit, luckily, because that's 5 points of damage. And the other one will also do the same. They'll both be throwing up 2-handed blocks. The other one will hit for 2 points of damage, and that will also be piercing 1. So it's going to ignore our first success, 3. So luckily that does ignore all damage on Delphine. They both throw up blocks though. So Delphine is stuck over there. So we're there's no other adversary activations this round because we've only got the 2. Delphine's not quite in the treasure zone yet. She's actually got to cross the line because that treasure's right on the line. So we are going to draw an event. Secret path. Choose one friendly model that isn't staggered or incapacitated. That model may immediately move up to 6 inches, ignoring terrain and other models. It may not end this move in contact with an enemy or on impassable terrain. We're not going to do that. Don't need my secret paths. I can get out of this with Delphine. I just need to not roll critical fails. Alright, let's go with another dual wield strike, Delphine. Can you do it properly this time? 3. That'll be a 0, so that's 3 points of damage. Alright, so this adds piercing 1. The Drauga's defense probably can't take... it will get to make an attribute test, though, to try and use its two-handed block, which it succeeds. So we'll add yellow as well. Takes 2, but takes 1 and is taken down. We'll then go with our second dual-wield strike, so which will be literally the exact same attack as before. We can't power boost it this time, though, so we do lose a yellow. So red, green, yellow, and then a second green in there. So into the other Drauga. Critical fail, that one, of course. However, luckily, thanks to that cross swords in here, this does mean we can do a follow-up as part of the same action. So we can go again. So that's going to crit this time. That's going to be so much damage. That Drauga can't stop that, even if it rolls everything. So that Drauga is removed as well. Go Delphine. And so thanks to those extra 2 victory points, we go to 5, meaning we can level up Delphine, take an event card, and we get disease. Choose one of your models. That models must pass an endurance attribute test. Oh dear. Or suffer the diminishing effect card. We critical fail it. Oh dear. That will spawn 2 enemies. So what sides are they coming on? 7, and the second Drauga 7. So they're both going to come back up on here. So Delphine, we're going to first of all try and hide. We are going to hide because we're in terrain. So Delphine's going to hide, and then she's going to attempt to unlock that chest. Come on. 9 will not do it, but we don't set off a trap this time. So now into the event. Lost treasure. Place a master treasure. Oh, nice. Cool. So that is that, and there are no more enemies to bring on the table. So we now go into adversary activations. So which one is going to activate? 2. Be this skeleton here, or what are they going to do? And our second adversary for the turn, 1 will be the Drauga. What is he going to do? Move. Okay, Delphine. So first of all, we are going to try and open that chest finally. We do with a crit. So that means we actually get to search 2 treasures in this chest. So treasure number 1, fear poison. Treasure number 2, frostbite venom. So we get a couple of poisons. Okay, I'll take them. Now we also can take an intelligence test for few and far between, which we critical fail, but that is not the search test, so we don't critical fail that. Delphine will then swap out her weapons for her bow. So we actually do gain another victory point as well because we searched a treasure chest while hidden. That can come off the board. Now, into the event phase. We will go see what we get. Draw stage 1 quest card. You can immediately choose to discard your current one. Alright. We draw the quest. Let's see what we've got. Grimsever's Return. So, Grimsever quest item. Your party may not include. Be in possession of Grimsever. I'm actually going to trade that out. We'll take Grimsever. We will try and discover Grimsever. Alrighty, so with that, another adversary would enter play, but there are none to do. So which adversary is activating? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up the top there. Well, what is it going to do? It's going to move. And the second Drauga, what is it going to do? Which, or rather, Yep, so it will be the next Drago as well. What is it going to do? Move as well. And so onto Delphine. We will make a sneak, I guess. Delphine makes a sneak, so now we're going to shoot the closest Drago with the bow. Alrighty, so can we hit? We critical fail, of course we do. Wow. So that's actually going to activate that Drago into us. What is that Drago going to do in response? It's going to move towards us. Drago is then going to go into Delphine then after moving. Will not hit on a 6. Cross swords do anything. That just gives its punishing, so it won't actually hit Delphine. We'll then go into the event phase, which will be Ancient Riddles. Place a puzzle objective token on the gaming area. No closer than 8 inch. And so that will continue. One more adversary to activate, as one Drago is already activated, so 1. So it'll be the first Drago here. What is it going to do? Move. So it goes back to Delphine. Her first activation will of course be dropping that bow for her swords, and then we're going to make a swing with them. So Delphine is going to attack. We'll crit on that. That'll be a follow-up as well. That's going to be 4 points of damage. The Drago can't withstand all of that with just a single yellow, so it is removed. Should have mentioned as well, because we entered the treasure zone, the beast, the Drago Overlord, comes out. We now get to see which adversaries, or rather the event first. So the event for the turn, secret paths. Choose one friendly model that isn't stagnant and incapacitated. We can move them 6 inch. Nice. We'll do that. And the one adversary will come back on, so we'll do that quickly now. Which side's coming on? 9. It's going to come on up there. So we've moved Delphine. We are going to get 2 adversaries activating, so it will be the one that we've just moved in range of. So that will be the Drago coming in, and will be green, yellow, yellow, because we get a power attack. Oh, sorry, it won't be a yellow, it'll be a black instead of one of the yellow. I think they're all the same. So that was a 5, that'll hit for 4. Delphine with a black, 2, and the Oblivion symbol will let 2 yellows come in to ignore all 4 points of damage from that Drago, who will then throw up a 2-handed block. So which other adversary will activate for the round? It'll be this one down here. What's the skeleton going to do? It's just going to move. So the skeleton archer moves and will actually take a shot at Delphine. It's moved 9 inch though, so can't power boost this. Can't crit, but only does 1 point of damage because of the unstable rule. And I ignore it, plus it gets a roll 2. Yeah. Blade's armor is no joke. And so back to Delphine's turn. She's of course going to attack that Drago there. So she gets green, red, yellow, and then she gets an extra green in her pool for her attack, thanks to being a bladesman. We're then going to power attack as well, making sure we get rid of this Drago, as long as we don't roll that crit. Fail. So that will be that. There's also a follow-up in here. There's 3 points of damage. Drago potentially can ignore all 3 points of damage if need be. It passes, I think. So this is 3 points of damage with piercing 1. So yeah, ignores that and we'll kill the Drago. Delphine will then just move onto that master treasure there. So we'll go into adversary activations. I think we actually end within 6 of this skeleton. We do, so the skeleton will roll to see how it activates. It's just going to, ooh. So skeleton will get green, yellow, yellow, and it will be able to aim this turn because it hasn't done anything else. Will hit for 3 with piercing 1. So need to effectively ignore 4. So blades armor, ignore 2. Cross swords does nothing, so I do take 2 wounds from that. Ugh, yuck. Second adversary to activate. Or rather, before that, so no, that was our reaction. So now we'll draw our event, which will be disease. We're going to get the disease diminishing card again on Delphine. Not what we want. And it does spawn 2 more adversaries. We've only got 1 on the table though. So 6, so another Draugr will come up here. Roll to see which other adversary will activate. 8. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll re-roll that. Re-roll it. We've only got 6 on the table. 6, so it'll be the last Draugr. We'll see what that Draugr does. It's going to move directly towards us. And it will throw up a block. So that brings us to Delphine's turn. She is going to, first of all, drop one of her blade swords out and put a healing in, and then we're going to make a magicka test. So Delphine gets a -2 to her restoration. So we essentially, with this, are going to need a 7 or less. 10, oh, that fails. So no, we do not heal Delphine. We did activate, so it means the Skeleton Archer is going to go again. What is it going to do? It's just going to shoot us again. So we double greens, 2 yellow. Oh, this could be nasty. 7 -5, that's going to be a 2. So we'll get there. Delphine's armor, 1, and the helmet does nothing, so we actually take a 4th wound here. Not looking good. And the other Draugr will be the other one that attacks, so he's going to come in. He will drop his block now, he won't get it. But it is going to be black, yellow, green on the Draugr. Crits as well, oh dear. Oh dear. And so Delphine needs to save 8 points of damage, so we need an Oblivion symbol. We do not get one. That means our death save is going to have the negatives from overkill, because that is well going to overkill Delphine. Oh, we do crit. Yes, Delphine's alive. So Delphine is only staggered, the only result there that would have kept her alive. Because she was at a -2 for that test. It was nasty. So that means both adversaries have gone. We draw an event. Please be the healing one. Blessings of Arcade. Oh, it's Blessings of Talos. I got so excited. An adversary come onto the board. There are none. 2 models have activated, so it is Delphine's turn. So straight away, we can't use any boosts. So it does mean we are going to be green, red, yellow. And we do get an extra green, though, due to still being a bladesman. So we are going to have to attack that Draugr. 6 -4, that will do it. That'll also be a follow-up if we fail with this. But 2 points of damage. The Draugr saves 1, but will then die. So we do kill the Draugr. Now, importantly, that takes us to 9. So we are going to now try and cast our spell. We've got 2 points, so we can heal 2 points of health. Critical fail with the spell. So Delphine has gone. We will remove our staggered token. But we will get the skeleton here. We'll get to try and attack her again. And it will... Ooh. No, it will not. Hey, we'll try and flee with the helmet. That is lucky for Delphine there. So it actually flees. Lucky, lucky Delphine. And then we'll see our event for the turn. Ancient Riddles, place a puzzle objective token on the table again. Now we've got to see 1 more adversary to activate. 1, so it will be the Draugr Overlord. What will that model do? It's just going to move. And we'll also move the skeleton as well, because the beast activates in addition to all the others. It's been rolling objective all games so far, but it finally manages to move for once. So see what the skeleton does as well. We'll just move. So the skeleton moves. It can now see Delphine, so I'll take a pot shot. With a crit, but can't do crits. Will be 3 with piercing. So Delphine will need to try and ignore this. We want 3. We'll take a wound to knock us down again. So a test for Delphine. Critical fails and she dies. But we can't save the second time. Delphine fails, the blades fail. That's the end of the video, everyone. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, drop us a comment down below in the comment section and let us know what you enjoyed about the video and what you'd like to see more of on the channel. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here we have at Sinful Gaming, you can do so on our Discord server, which is linked in the video's description. Also linked in the video's description is our Patreon and YouTube members where you can go to help support the channel and allow us to keep doing what we're doing. As a special thank you to our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Greenskins Gaming, Kenny Lauer, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ant, Q Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Derek and Giappi390, and to our YouTube members, Greenroots Gaming, Kenton Young, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, and Monty's Tabletop Terrain. And lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork you see on the channel. Thank you all for watching. Once again, stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now, everyone.